So grateful to have people dropping off and have this many shipments today. Yeah, I used to sit it outside all summer. See if I could get any of the guys that like playing, come play. They never touched it.
Yeah, I taught my son how to play it, but I'm about to start teaching my daughter.
Beautiful.
So she can definitely.
Yeah, I think it's, it actually teaches us something about thought and life and all that good stuff. So that is that. Let me get your.
Stimulates the brain for sure.
It does.
Well, looks like it's been a busy day so far. We got
It has. It has. I'm very appreciative.
Awesome.
Okay, so I'm about to head out. To pick up some business cards that I designed for my customer. And why does it sound like I need a break job? When I have business cards, like multiple sets, I don't want to print them in-house. It's too much ink, too many resources trying to cut them. I didn't buy like the bulk cutters and things like that. So I often use either a resource like someone I know that does it, or like Office Max or Office Depot, or FedEx, or anybody that prints them that is reasonably priced that week. So I got some printed at Office Depot this time because they were reasonably priced, and I do it multiple times a year, so I even get discounts on the reasonable price I'm talking about. So I'm gonna go pick those up and see and hope that they turned out right, because they had to be slightly adjusted. The design that I created, like Canva has a template for business cards, and even though it's giving you a template with the right size, even if you design it where everything is on the card, the layout for cutting them at the printer is usually telling you you're over the edge. So the bleed on it happened to be over the edge, so they had to adjust my design, and I approved it, and then they finally went ahead and printed it, and that actually delayed my pickup by a day or so. And why does this look like a lot of traffic on the street? So while I'm driving, I can do a little bit of talking. I might as well vlog real quick. So it's been a weird week, and the reason I say it's been weird is because I'm doing some of everything, some of all of the services, but I'm not doing a lot of it in bulk. So I've had packages ship out every single day, but it might be 3 or 6, or today it was only 1, but it's been consistent, like on a daily basis. So that is the increase that I've had, is that it has picked up as far as how frequently I'm sending packages. So there is something for the carriers to take with them every day. But it's still not a lot of packages, so it's not equating to a decent amount of income. Then there have been several notary services that I'm doing things that I wanted to talk about the notary services is, in my state, we can only charge $5 in Illinois. I don't even know if I'm supposed to say that, but we could charge $5 per stamp. It used to be $1 until I think January of this year, or January of last year. And so that dollar was very competitive in the sense that you could go to your bank and get them to stamp notary stamps for you for certain things for free. They're not going to do everything. They don't do certain documents. But if they are just doing an acknowledgement of some things that you're signing to say that you are who you say you are, they will do that, and a lot of times they're doing it for free. I don't know if any of the banks charge, but I know that everyone that I've asked, if they were at least a part of that bank, I don't know if they even do it for people who are not their own customers. So if they were a part of that bank, they were getting notarized for free. So, I mean, that's something. That right there means I cannot compete, because now that we're not $1, what is going to bring someone who was coming to me because I was only $1 and they prefer to come to me versus the bank to come to me now if I'm $5 when the bank is free? So I don't know. I've been kind of eating myself up and beating myself up because I've been given discounts and things like that, because they allow that. You can charge less, you just can't charge any more. So I've been charging way less because I understand that the people are choosing me and they do have the option of going to the bank. So I would prefer to give them a discount versus lose the client in general. But I also don't find it fair that, if we are in this to provide a service, we should be able to charge for it, number one. So doing it for free is really not an option, because we pay to be, you pay the commission, you pay for your yearly, membership if you're going to be a member, and those things cost. They're the cost of doing business, and you pay for your stamp, you pay for your journal, you pay for your supplies, you pay for the bags, you pay, and you should get something for your time, even if it only takes 2 minutes. It's still your time. So, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure that one out. There's a Joann's over here. They're going out of business. I should probably buy some yarn. I've been trying to learn how to crochet, and aside from crocheting, I think I'm going to start making rugs too. So whatever the materials are for both of those things, I want to get into it. Here we are. Oh, why is that so shaky? Office Depot parking lot. Alright, let's run in here and see if these cards look alright so I can deliver them to the customer. Alright, I got the cards, and I'm going to meet the customer. Alright, I want to see what the cards look like, so let me sample went out. This is the finished card. I'm actually pleased. Came out just fine. Like I said, there had to be adjustments made to the design because the way that they are templated, or the way the template is set up in Canva, when you get it printed at someplace like Office Depot, it would basically say that, you know, everything is too close to the edge. So it came out nice. I'm fine with it. Yeah, I think the customer will be happy. Now I have to go back and meet the client. But this is the thing that you have to do if you are not going to invest in the equipment for in-house printing. Then you want to make sure you are finding resources that can make it so you can still make the customer's request happen. So you do that by making sure you are, you know, finding resources that can assist you with basically production. So that is what I did. And now I'm about to meet the client, and hopefully she will be happy. We're good to go. I'm meeting the client. I approve of the cards. They look fine to me. There's a slight adjustment where it's shrunken on like the left side, but it still looks fine. So that is the compromise when you're not the actual printer, or when you're, you know, designing the work and it's on a different platform than what they typically use. Then sometimes you just have to make it do what it does, and that's what we did. I can't wait to deliver these because I've been waiting for these to come for a week. And normally, if you print on one side on Office Depot, they can print cards for you the same day. If you print them by 2 p.m., you can have them by the end of the night or the next day. So I prefer doing that, but I didn't do that because this person wanted the back of their card also. And when you get the back of the card done, they send it out. So even they send it out. Like, you can go to an Office Depot and get your business cards done, but even they're going to send it out if you're getting a back side. So pros and cons of having the equipment or outsourcing. I mean, so I outsourced. It's probably going to be about 10 minutes more before I get there. I told her to meet me at 6:45. It is now 6:31, so it'll be perfect timing. I'm glad I told her 6:45 because I did not want to be late delivering these. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I can tell you guys while I am heading back. Oh, I know what I would like to talk about. So a lot of times I do a similar something where I'm not really outsourcing, but before I became an authorized shipper with all of the major companies, shippers, I was willing to accept packages that were pre-labeled and just drop them off because I wanted them to understand what the premise of the business was. I'm not telling everybody to do that because then you become responsible for that package. However, because I am in close proximity with the stores that are in the area, and I also had already been approved for 3 companies, I wanted to make sure that people were able to bring anything to me, and so I allowed it. And the program that I use will also allow me to scan it, so it does give them a receipt. I just have to make sure it gets sent out, which I do. So if you're not feeling like you're responsible enough to make sure that it goes out, don't do this. But if you want to preemptively, without compensation, be a convenience to your client, is something I would say you can try. But you have to be responsible. They have to know where the package is going. Package has to make it to where its destination is, and you have to have proof and receipts that you have taken it to another location to drop it off, if that's what you're going to do. So that is something that I consider like customer service to me. Again, I don't know if it's against any other rules other than you becoming like the person that's helping them drop off, which I don't think that it can be, against anything, because 9 times out of 10, you can start a delivery company that will be the same sort of thing, where you're picking it up from a client and dropping it off. And so with that, I would say it's the same sort of setup. So what is something that you guys would say you do that you deem above and beyond for your clients? I get a lot of responses from my clients that I'm providing excellent customer service. So in my opinion, I think I'm doing an amazing job with customer service. And I don't think it's just my opinion, but honestly, it is the one thing that I know I have control over. So I've said it in videos in the past. I know that I have control over my customer service, and so I try my best to go above and beyond when it comes to figuring out the best way to be convenient to the client. And so if I am not, if my postman comes at 11 a.m. and people drop off USPS packages at 1 and 2 o'clock in the afternoon, they are expecting those packages to go out that day. And so I don't want to be the reason why their package doesn't make it to where they expected it to be, when they did come and drop it off during the day, but my pickup was so early that, it's like, okay, we're on the next business day. Well, if you have signs posted that say that, then they start to get used to it and they understand. But if you don't have signs posted that say exactly when your carriers come, and you also accepted the package without saying the carrier has already been there and gone, or the carrier, doesn't return until tomorrow, then I think that's wrong, because the customer is expecting that package to be delivered based on the premise that they dropped it off today. So I'm going to make sure that that package gets to where it's going today. At least to the other post office. Now, I still can't guarantee that they're going to ship it out. I can't guarantee that they're going to make it to whatever, deadline you were expecting, because the post office does what they want to do. So, and they do what they can. So, all I can do is make sure I do my part. Now I am coming across the street that my business is on. I am going to flip this around so that y'all can catch me pulling back up at my business, which is closed now. I left my open sign on because I did leave like 10 minutes early, just so that I could try to make sure I was on time. And I'm glad I did, because I didn't even do anything extra, and here I am just making it barely. So turn it around so that y'all can just see me pulling up to my business and wait for the customer to come in, because she still has to pay. Believe it or not, I've done all of this and I'm taking payment on the back end. So I took a chance printing her cards off, because I can't do anything with them once they're printed, because they don't have anything to do with me or my business other than like me using them for like a portfolio, which I do most of the time. But yeah, taking a little back way because the streets are usually busy at this time of night. It's still busy on this back way though. So this is not a real shortcut today. Alright. Hello, you're riding in the bike lane. Wake up. Get from behind you since you don't seem to be paying that much attention. This was the longest trip ever. If it's a 10-minute trip, it's like 15 minutes maybe, I guess. But felt like forever. So we just passed the CVS, and let's see how long it takes to get to my location from the CVS. And the reason I'm saying that is because CVS has a FedEx on-site drop box, I believe, as well as, let me see. So we're almost to my corner, and if you can, I don't know if you can see it yet or not, but when I get ready to turn this corner, you'll see the Walgreens that I'm also next to. And that Walgreens, and I just turned on a yellow, sorry y'all. Walgreens right there also has a FedEx drop box. And so here's my spot. I'm so close to everything. And I'm gonna pull up to my business because I think my client is here. And so, yep, she is here and she's waiting for me. So I am going to open up, take her inside, and deliver these. Now I can turn off the sign because I'm back and she picked up her cards. So now we are closed. I can lock the door. And finish what I was doing. So as I scan all of the mail that is here, what I do is I'm in the program that gives me a number for that mail, and I write it appropriately on a open white spot on that mail so that the person knows what mail they are picking up for the day. So I am on 102 for one with my postal, and that is how that works. I run the mail and scan it in the program. It gives me a identifying number. I write that number on the mail, or you can use a label, and then you file it, either in a file cabinet if you have one, a locking file cabinet, or I use an accordion folder until it gets too large. Then I put it in a locking cabinet, and then I also have obviously general mailboxes for my regular clients, and that is how they get their mail, but they know that there's an identifying number that they're picking up.
Yep, that one turn on.
Thank you. He wasn't done yet. Pat does it, right?
Yeah.
He takes care of it. I'll touch base with him.
I
Okay?
appreciate you. Thank you.
Thanks.
You all have a good night. Good night, good day.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's what I didn't know. There or in the hearts up here?
Do we want it facing down? So there's like someone's reading it, it would be like the end here.
Yeah, this would be the top, like, and the name would go this way.
So I have this pink, would that, you want that?
I think it would be great
Yeah,
because it'll show up on there and
Yeah.
with the green,
The
the pink
green.
and green, well, they got,
Perfect.
yeah.
So it is only 2:30 p.m. and my store is really dark. Like, it's really dark outside. I'm trying to see what's happening because the weather is crazy right now. And it looks like we might have a tornado coming. It is so dark. The street lights came on. It's lightening up a little bit, but the street lights came on. And I want to see what the front. It was raining today, so that did not surprise me. You know, like the thunder. I gotta fix that light. The thunder did not surprise me, but it is so dark. It's raining again, so I get that. This is tornado weather. Like, I need to get inside. I just wanted to show y'all because my store is very quiet. It is so weird to have the weather like this in the afternoon because it's usually so bright, so sunny. It is dark. You can't even tell how dark it is, but pray for me, y'all, because this looks like I'm going to be stuck in here for the next 4 hours with some crazy weather. All right, now the rain has started. Let's see how bad it's raining. I'll get in. So I'm just showing you how I set up for scanning for my mailbox clients. Right now I have 71 virtual mailbox clients between the two main virtual mailbox partners, and I have 5 business boxes filled and 4 personal boxes filled as of right now. So I still have a lot of growth that can happen here, and I'm excited about it. I am just showing you that this is how I stack things up. You know, we get these books for clients every day because people, you know, when people start their businesses, they are going to get mail regardless of what they think they're going to get. So when they're signing up and they're getting the least, you know, the mail that they think will be the least expensive to them because they don't think they'll get any mail, suggest to them that they will be getting mail even though it's unsolicited. Things like American Express and stuff from Uline and from the banks. So they are going to get mail, and it adds up. I mean, I think only 10 or 12 of my clients got mail today, but imagine 71 people getting, you know, this Uline book in your store. You have to be prepared for that. Because most of my clients are business clients, so that's how this goes. Just letting y'all know.
Thunderstorm that we would see that's just a lone storm that maybe has a hook echo with it. This is a line of storms that has little spin-ups along it, and right here is where this potential tornado is located. On a radar perspective, just the traditional reflectivity mode doesn't look like anything fancy other than a nasty line of storms, but when we go to that velocity mode, that's when we can track the little signature here that shows the rotation. Just to put this in motion, I'll put it in motion here.
Well, guys, I'm like right there in the red with this tornado, but I still have an hour to be open. So I mean, what do? Do you try to get home and close up when you have contracts with people like FedEx and UPS and USPS? Or, I mean, USPS doesn't care, but other people care. So, man, there's a hailstorm now. All right, I'm about to get away from this window. I have skylights, which don't help for hail.
Country Club Hill stretching down towards Monique, just to the east of I-57 there for parts of Will and Lake County, and then into northwest Indiana. You're out ahead of this line, so right along I-80, I-90 there. Gary, you're just off to the east of this, but anyone in this zone, heads up when you get to your safe place, because this tornado warning, the potential for rotation is out there.
I was just thinking about this phone. I don't know why it's ringing because I'm closed. Let's see. Holy Ship and Print, how may I help you?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if you notarize things there.
Yes, I do.
And where are you located?
I am at in the Rubino Imports Plaza next to Creative Cakes.
Oh, yeah, I know where that's at. Next to the cakes, huh?
Yes.
And Rubino's.
And Rubino's, yes. I know. Not good for my waistline.
I better find another place to go. Notary Republic or
It's a FedEx, UPS, and USPS shipping store, so we notarize here because of that.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes. All right, great. And what time do you open tomorrow?
9 a.m.
Great, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.
Okay.
Have a
Bye
great
now.
day. Bye-bye. Beautiful gift I got from a 5-star review or 2 from some clients. Love it. Thank you, iPostal, for supporting your partners when they do a good job. I really appreciate it.